Do you ever move to London for 3 months because you can exercise free will, and while you're sitting in your apartment, you see a man walk by with a machete, and then you call the cops, and next thing you know, your apartment is getting swarmed with police and dogs and helicopters? No? Okay, yeah. Let's start from the beginning. I moved to London from January to March because why not? I was living in Notting Hill. Mind you, when I first moved to London, the people that I knew there were saying, watch out for machetes. That is our thing. You guys have pew pew, we have machetes. And I've never seen one in person. That is very important to the story. I've never seen a machete in person. My kitchen faced the garden. I was on a lower level apartment with a beautiful garden in the back. So I'm making breakfast and I look up, and what I see is a man looking backwards like this, like slowly moving, and what appears to be a machete, okay? I'm in the safety of my apartment, so I just continue to make breakfast, okay? But I do call somebody and I say, hey, I think I just saw a man with a machete in the garden out back. And they're like, you should probably call the cops. I call the cops. I hear a knock on my door. And I just answered the door and I was like, hello? And it was 2 officers, and I said, these officers are in my apartment. And then within 15 seconds of them walking into my apartment, the woman officer goes like this, you hear that? And I can hear the choppers swirling above, okay? Swirling above. And she's like, we've got the choppers out, we're looking for him. I said, all right, well, I have laundry to do, so could you just wait outside if you're gonna just like update me? Because I just didn't want to have them in the apartment. 5 minutes later, I get a knock on the door again. Officer says, Ellen, it was the gardener. I said, the gardener had a machete. And they said, no. The man you saw was just the gardener with his gardening tool. And I thought, I started to bawl my eyes out because I was so embarrassed. And then I felt bad for the gardener. They already think Americans are stupid. They already think Americans are dumb. I just thought I was doing my due diligence because in my head, I saw a man with a machete.
In 2025, I feel like one of the most embarrassing things you could go through as a person is writing a comment and you put so much thought in the comment. You were really trying to make this person feel bad with the comment, and you hit send. And then a day later, you see that they used that comment and has garnered millions of views. And now millions of people are laughing at you. That right there might send your miserable ass over the edge. We need to check on you. Has anyone checked on them after the comment was posted? Just to make sure that they didn't, Because to write a disgusting, nasty, unwarranted comment on somebody's page means that you're already in a bad place. Unwarranted hate? God damn, you already fucked up in here. Now let that person take that same comment and turn it into not only views, but money. Money! They making money off your hate. Not only that, pay attention. You tried your hardest to embarrass somebody and then they just use what you wrote to embarrass you. Now 1 million people are coming at your neck and your stupid ass has nothing else to do but to delete the comment. God damn! Now you're an embarrassment and a coward? Oh, misery! That must get you right in here. That's embarrassing. That must hurt your self-esteem. Don't take it out on your family now. Don't take it out on your family now, misery.
You think you're socially awkward? Let me tell you why I'm worse. I'm at this restaurant right now waiting for my sister. And I decided to look through the menu to see what there was. And it was like looking a little expensive and stuff I didn't even really want. And she's not here yet. So I decided that I didn't want to eat here. I was too embarrassed to go hand them the menu back and be like, actually, I don't want any of this. So I walked in there and acted like I got stood up for a date. I handed them the menu and I was like, I don't think she's coming. Thanks though, guys. Why couldn't I just say no thank you?
I'll never forget the time that I was driving home from school and school was like 45 minutes away. I was in college. I got a bug or something. Like, I stopped at several rest stops to poop. And then there's like a stretch of there being no rest stops. And I had to poop. And it was the middle of winter. And I'm on a major highway. I had to pull over. So I pull over. I'm in my car. On a little BMW at the time. I had to do what I had to do. So many truckers passing by. And I pulled over and I pooped on the side of the road. But the funny part is, and at this point you can tell I have like diarrhea. Like you can tell by the story, I've been pooping the whole time. So this time is like pure diarrhea by this poop. And I'm just thinking like, dang, all these truckers are watching me poop because I have the little BMW, big old truckers flying by. I'm like, what you gotta do? Everybody's had a moment. But after I clean myself, I look back at it and it's cold. There's snow on the ground. It looked like a poop emoji with like heat coming off of it. If I have to know that I did it, you have to know the story. I'm sorry.
Okay, we listen and we don't judge. I'm going to tell you the story of the craziest bottomless mimosa brunch I've ever been to, in which I started the day at this bottomless mimosa brunch and I ended the day being fired because this app's going to get banned. I have no reason to take the story to my grave. Let's fucking go. Okay, we listen, we don't judge. It's my roommate's birthday. Let's call her Sheila. So we went to a bottomless mimosa drag brunch at Hamburger Mary's, if you know, you know, in Los Angeles. The best place in the world, okay? Now, the only problem with this drag brunch is that it was at 11 a.m. and I had to work at 4 p.m., okay? So instead of canceling the drag brunch and saying, I don't think I can make it, I have to work at 4 p.m., I say, okay, here's my plan. I'm going to hit it hard. I'm going to hit fast at 11 a.m. Like a professional partier, like a genius I am. I'm going to hit it so hard, get so drunk, eat, sober up, go to work like a professional. Get to brunch at 11 a.m. and I'm hitting it hard. I'm hitting it fast. I order us a round of shots. It's Sheila's birthday. We gotta do shots. We do shots. I order us another shot. We do another shot. Then we do bottomless mimosas, which at Hamburger Mary's is a life-size leg that they fill with mimosa. It's literally so big. We all get one of those and we chug it. So at this point, it's like 10:04 p.m. We've done 11:04 p.m. We've done 2 shots. We've drank a whole leg of mimosa. We're feeling great. We're at cruising altitude. We're feeling amazing. At this brunch, by the way, is me, my roommate Sheila, 2 of our close friends, Jenna, and let's call her Molly, and then a few people we don't know that well because we're kind of new to LA. Okay, so it's our first time kind of really going out as a crowd. That's important for the story, okay? So we're drinking. We're having a good time. Sheila wants to get another shot. We do another shot. Bartender does a shot with us. Like, we're thriving, okay? Then the waiter comes to get our brunch order because like we are there to eat. I'm like, great, this is my shot. I'm gonna get something good so that will sober me up, soak up all this alcohol. The only problem is I don't have any money because I'm so broke and I'm like 22 living on a dream here in LA. The only thing I could afford was this like tiny little omelet. And I was like, that's fine. That'll be enough for me. I'm sure. Order the omelet. The waiter leaves. We're drinking, we're chugging, we're drinking, we're chugging. The drag show starts. We're having the time of our lives. Everything is great. Next thing we know, one of the girls who we don't know that well, who we have never gone out with, let's call her Chandler, decides to go to the bathroom. That's fine. Who cares? Chandler's in the bathroom. No one, it's all good. Except that Chandler's in the bathroom for like a long time. We all start being like, wait, where's Chandler? But the queens are performing. We're having a great time. We're throwing ones. Like, and all of a sudden we're like, wait, Chandler's kind of been gone for a while. Is Chandler okay? Is Chandler okay? Chandler comes back. I'm like, Chandler, are you okay? Everything good? She goes like, Chandler goes, she goes, I just shit my pants. It's important to know that we don't know Chandler that well. This is our first time going out with her. We met her at like a Zumba class. Like, she goes, I just shit my pants. What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you okay? How did that happen? We're just doing shots and mimosa. Like, your stomach didn't like that, girl? That's so weird. She goes, I don't know. I never really go out. This is like kind of my first time really drinking. Chandler, what? You didn't mention that in our little Zumba class, Kiki. You didn't mention that you're not a drinker. I'm a drinker, and this is an aggressive bottomless brunch for me. This is like athletic style drinking, and I'm struggling, and I drink. You don't drink, and you're doing all these shots and all those mimosas? Girl, of course you drink, babe. The reason she was in there so long is because she was taking her underwear off and throwing it away. Chandler's rocking it, raw dogging the brunch now. like a champion, like an all-star. That's not even the craziest part, it's French, if you can believe it. So Chandler pivots back in, starts drinking water. I'm like, stop drinking. Like, don't drink anymore. I keep drinking, even though I have to be at work at 4 p.m., but you shouldn't drink because you clearly can't handle it. And I wish you told us that sooner because we never would have like got you shot. Anyway, we're vibing, the queens are performing, everything is good. Then our brunch finally comes out and I get my tiny, tiny little omelet and I eat it in like 3 bites. And girl, shocking, it didn't sober me up. Not even a little. No, I was still, in fact, I think it made me more drunk. I think they put vodka in those eggs. Like I was so drunk. We had done so many shots. We had drunk like 4 of those legs. Like I am like not on planet Earth. I am underwater. And now it's been a vortex of time because the drag brunch is so fun. You're having a great time. Next thing you know, it's 3:30 p.m. I have to be at work at 4. What? Wait, I'm wasted. Like not just tipsy, not just like, oh, she was drinking a little today. She's gone in another county, like gone. I'm like, guys, I have to go to work. My friends are like, Cassidy, there's absolutely no way you're going to work. Call out sick. You have to call out sick. I was like, I can't call out sick. I committed to be there today. I'm going to be there today. They're like, there's no way you can go out. And I was like, why not? And they take me out to the alley. My friends Jenna and Molly, let's call her, take me to the alley of this drag brunch and tell me to pretend that I'm walking to work and talking to my boss. And then they thought they would show me these videos and I would be like, oh my God, wow, I'm clearly so drunk. There's no way I can go to work. And instead I watched those videos and I was like, period, actor of the year. She doesn't look drunk at all. When I tell you we watch those videos, sometimes being like, I can't even believe I thought I could pull it off. I thought I was cosplaying sober. I thought I was nailing it. I don't want to ever show these videos, but it is so clear that girl is not on planet Earth. I'm so obviously drunk. I'm stumbling. I'm talking in a different, like, I'm like, like, and I watched those videos and I was like, amen, I'm gonna go to work. And they're like, Cassidy, what? We showed you these to deter you. Like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm going to work. I'm not gonna tell you what I was doing for work at that time because it's absolutely unforgivable that I thought I could go to work given what my job was at that time. I don't think I'll ever reveal it because I'm still so ashamed of myself. You know what? I'll reveal it. If this app doesn't get banned, I'll tell you, but I was going to go to work. But it's so bad that I even thought that I can't. I still feel so bad about it. Anyway, back alley with drag brunch, showing me the videos. I'm like, I'm fine. I can pull this off. They're like, you can't pull this off. We're going to go in there and pay the check. Then we're coming back out here. We're going to Uber you home and we're going to take care of you. Like, you cannot go to work. And I was like, okay, fine. I won't go to work. They're like, okay, great. They go into the restaurant to pay the bill. Where do I go? To work, motherfucker. I made a commitment. I'm going. I'm on my side quest. They leave. I immediately call myself an Uber. I'm like, they can't tell me anything. I am sober. I know I'm sober. Sober is a mindset. And I'm sober now. Duh. Get in my Uber. My friends start immediately calling me like, what are you talking about? Like, we left the alley. We come back and you're gone. Where are you? I was like, I'm going to work. Decline. Then by the grace of whatever you believe in this Uber, I start feeling really sick. Maybe it was the 4 legs of mimosa I drank. I don't know. TBD. Next thing I know, the waves are coming. I'm really not feeling good. I'm really like feeling sweaty. I'm feeling like, oh my God, I'm really not feeling good. Finally, it happens. But because I'm a professional, because I'm courteous, I roll down the window to try to projectile out the window and not get it in my Uber driver's car. Did that work? Do you think it worked? No, it didn't. Obviously it didn't work. I vomited inside the Uber driver's door, like inside the door. To the point where in order to get it out, they had to surgically remove the door from the car to clean it. How do I know that? Because there was a car wash around the corner. I told him I would take him there and I'd obviously pay for it because I felt so bad that I threw up in his Uber. He was so mad at me, obviously. We go to the car wash. They say they have to keep the car overnight like a patient because they have to remove the car door and they have to clean it that way. That's how badly I vomited all over it. Like, so bad. Obviously Uber charged me. Obviously this guy's so mad at me and I have to call my friends and be like, hey, can you pick me up? I'm actually at the car wash. My friend comes to pick me up, who wasn't drunk, comes to pick me up. Me and my Uber driver are sitting on the side of the road. I'm sobbing. I feel so bad. I called out of work, obviously. Sobbing. And the Uber driver is sitting there right next to me, wanting to murder me. We're on the side of the road and my friend has to pick us up and then drops the Uber driver off at an IHOP, his request, I don't know, and takes me home. Now here's the kicker of the story. Takes me home. I go home. I'm sobbing. I've been sobbing for hours. I'm also still drunk. Really not having a good day. I get home. My roommate Sheila's there. And guess who else is there? Our bestie, Chandler, our really good friend Chandler, is also there. Reminder, we don't really know her that well. She's also there. And I'm like, oh my God, Chandler. Hey, are you okay, by the way? Me, who's like covered in tear stains, like covered in vomit. Like, I'm like, are you good, girl? Like, what does Chandler say? what does Chandler say to me? We listen and we don't judge. She goes, yeah, I'm okay. I just can't believe I shit myself twice at that restaurant. Twice? When was the second time? When was the second time? I know once. You did it again? You shit yourself again? Also, doing the math here, you threw your underwear out the first time. So the second time, did you just shit in those shorts that you're now wearing and sitting on my couch? Is there shit in your shorts right now? Sheila clearly didn't know this. Looks at Chandler. I look at Chandler. We look at each other. We don't know this girl that well. She shit herself twice. Go home, Chandler. Why are you on our couch with your shit shorts? Like, I know you're not used to this, but at this point in the night, if that's what you're going through, you just take yourself right home, girly pop. I'm like, the fact that I was shocked at her, me covered in vomit, like mascara down my face, had to call out of work. Like, the fact that I was looking at her being like, damn, girl, is crazy. It's crazy. Obviously, I got fired. Duh. I called out of work 5 minutes after I was supposed to be there. For what reason? I said I was sick. We listen and we don't judge. I'm gonna miss this app.
You never hear from me again, it's because I'm dead. Deceased. Cause of death, embarrassment. Okay? I was walking through the QT this morning and my underwear fell down and were only hanging on by the crotch of my shorts. And my hands were full. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? So I had to go walk through QT with my hands full up to the counter, put the stuff on the counter, pull my underwear up, and then pay for my drinks, and then get the heck out of Dodge. This is what happened. This is what my underwear looks like in the QT. Can't do anything about it. So then I have to also try not to flash my goodies. So again, if you never hear from me, it's because I'm dead and can never go to the QT again.
So I was out with friends at drinks, and I got on the train to go back to my home, and I get off the train and I feel breeze in butt. I touch butt. Me feel bare ass. Me left the house in jeans. Me don't know why I'm now talking like caveman, but let's go with it. Me realize have giant gaping hole in butt. So I'm gonna do a first look right now. Let's see. I'm really scared. It feels really bad. It's my entire ass. It's my entire ass. Okay.
Story time. So I was on a meeting via Microsoft Teams with my regional supervisor and my direct supervisor. The regional supervisor, she is the supervisor for a portion of the state, okay? And we were in this meeting, and they were really cutting into my time. You know, I got to get ready for my internship. I'm very busy, okay? And so they chose to have this meeting after my shift ended. So I'm like, man, I really need to get ready to do what I got to do. And yeah, after the meeting, you know, was longer than expected, I was like, you know, I'm gonna take my shower. I'm gonna get in the shower and I'm gonna mute myself and unmute myself as needed. Okay, so that was my thought process. And when I would have to unmute or mute myself, I would try to ensure that my hands either didn't have soap or water on them, they were dry as possible, so that I could unmute it or mute it or unmute it. Because if you have experienced your hands being wet while you're trying to touch your phone, sometimes either your phone will respond or it'll do too much. You know, it'll just press whatever. So I was trying to make sure my hands were dry, because Lord knows, you know, I'm in the shower. So one of the times that I had decided, almost like the last time that I had decided to unmute myself to speak, somehow, some way, the camera turned on. Y'all. So I'm just in that moment, like, I can't believe, like, is this happening? Like, is my titties really in the camera? Like, I'm really in this camera, y'all. my regional supervisor and my direct supervisor, who's a man, who's married, who's close to my age, sees me on this camera. Very embarrassing. So I'm trying to move fast, trying to get my body off the camera. You know, sometimes when you're trying to do something, it ain't happening fast enough. And then in those moments seem like it's forever. Okay? So I'm just like, oh my goodness. So I just had to put the phone down. Okay? And my regional supervisor, I mean, it seemed like it was like quiet for a good minute. You know, it really wasn't that long, but it was quiet in that moment that everything was happening. So, now me thinking back on it, I don't know why no one hung up the call. I just don't, I really don't know. So anyway, I'm like, wow, like that really happened. If something, at this point in my life, I've accepted that if something bad is going to happen, it's going to happen to me. Like, that's just how things are. I don't know if I'm like, I don't know if I'm called, I don't know. Because I feel like, you know how people think of like the law of attraction and things of that sort. And, you know, if you think negatively, then negative things are going to happen. I feel like that's what I'm doing to myself. Like, I am causing negativity in my life, you know, due to me putting out negative vibrations. I really don't know, but all I know is I've tried to think positively and things still happen. So I don't know if I believe that stuff or not. I don't know. But anyway, in this moment, I'm just like, I can't believe this shit's happening. Okay? Put my phone down. It's kind of quiet for maybe a good 10 seconds. And my supervisor's like, oh my goodness. Like, Shar, like, what just happened? Your camera's been off this whole time. Like, how did that happen? You know, she's like, what? So she goes, you know, she tries to see if my direct supervisor, who's a man, saw it. So she calls his name. She's like, we just gonna say his name is Aaron or something. She's just like, Aaron, are you there? He doesn't say anything. She's like, Aaron? He's like, yes. She's like, did you see anything? He's like, yes, I did. Like, I was laughing, but I wasn't laughing. Like, I'm laughing in disbelief. You know, I'm laughing. It wasn't like a real laugh. It was more so like a chuckle. You know, I'm because it's like, I can't believe this is happening to me. So he says he saw it, and he's like, but you know what? I didn't see anything. I didn't see nothing. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, you know, it's okay. Do you need a minute, girl? You need a minute? It's okay. Like, it's fine. This just happened. No, it's not. It's not okay. It's not okay. But anyway, they're like, do you need a minute, Shar? And I'm like, no, I'm okay. Like, I'm okay. Like, it'll be worse if I like would have got off the call. I think, you know, I think nothing would have made that moment better. Nothing. So I stayed on there. We got through the rest of the meeting the best way we could, I think. The rest of it went better than y'all probably would have thought, but we made it through. And they were just kind of like, you know, we're not going to tell anybody. We're going to keep it between us. So I don't know who's going to see this, but woo! Yeah, they're never going to forget that moment. And now every time they talk to me, that image is going to be in their heads. Like, you know, it's ingrained. They're never going to forget that. Like, that's a moment you never forget, whether it happened to you or not. I think the people who are really going to remember for the rest of their lives is the people that saw it. I think those are the people who is like, they're really never going to forget that moment, ever. And yeah, that's just the memory they're going to forever have of me, because what? Y'all, I didn't think that would ever happen to me. So yeah,
You ever do something so embarrassing that you lay in bed at night and think about it over and over and over again before you fall asleep? Here's mine. So last weekend, I was in a wedding. I was a bridesman for one of my great friends, Julie. And the wedding was in a Catholic church. I am not Catholic. I do not go to church. I thought that I would burn up the second I walk into a Catholic church. So we get to the rehearsal, and the wedding coordinator goes, "Which girl's walking down the aisle first?" That would be me. You know it's your girl. Like, we're off to a great start here. So she's like, okay, puts me at the front of the line. No context, no instructions really. All she says is, walk down the aisle, take a bow, and move to the side. And I'm like, bet, okay. And then I start walking down the aisle. First of all, she yelled at me because I was walking too fast. And now I'm in my head, and I'm like, I've never seen anybody bow at a wedding. Why? Like, what am I bowing for? This isn't a talent show. And I'm walking down the aisle, and I see her family members, and I walk past her aunt, and I go, they want me to take a bow, I guess. Like, I don't know. Okay. I am a theater kid. I can take a bow. So I get to the end of the aisle. I turn around, face the audience, full 90-degree bow. Full bow. Like I had just started a debut performance of Hamlet. Then I walk to the side, and people are looking at me weird. Like, I'm getting some side eye. The rest of the wedding party walks down the aisle. They do not turn around. They give a very cute, slight bow to the altar. They bowed to Jesus. I did not know I was supposed to bow to Jesus. I full bowed to the audience. And this is why I should not be allowed in the church.
Y'all, I'm so mad at myself. I just spent the last 45 minutes in the gym with this fine man that lives in my apartment complex. Never seen this man a day before in my life. As I walk in, I notice him, but I'm like, he ain't thinking about me. But I get on the treadmill, and then he sits on the treadmill next to the treadmill that I'm on. I'm like, okay, whatever, he just resting. Then it's just me and him in the gym, so I get off the treadmill so I can go to weights. He flags me down while I'm doing something, and he was like, oh, do you need this, the little standing squat bar? And I'm like, no, I'm okay. Put my headphones back in. And then in the middle of one of my sets, I am struggling, y'all. I'm struggling. And he literally stops what he's doing and it's like, woo, you got this. Like, clapping hard as hell because I have on my soundproof headphones. And I look up and I'm like, guess what the fuck I said? I'm talking about some, oh, you scared me. What is wrong with me? Oh, you scared me? He like, I ain't trying to scare you. I'm trying to encourage you. And you know what my dumb ass did? I said, thank you. I am so annoying. Y'all ever get secondhand embarrassment over something that you did? I'm getting secondhand embarrassment. And I've never seen this man before. And I could just, how you could just tell somebody trying to spark up conversation. And I will probably never see him again because it's not even my usual time to go to the gym. I'm so irritated. Oh, you scared me. What, girl? What? What?
Okay, here goes nothing. I just want to... Okay, I'm trying to compose myself. So Devin texted me today, and he said, will you bring my wallet outside? And I was like, sure, is it upstairs? And he was like, yeah. So I run upstairs, get his wallet, and I take it outside. We live in the middle of nowhere, okay? It's Tuesday. I'm gonna, it's the most boring day of the week. I look around, no one is outside. Our crew is all in the barns. No one is outside. And he's driving up to the driveway, and I have this cute little cropped hoodie on, and it really is cute. And I decide I'm gonna be a little spicy. And I flash him, and I just see his arms going, and I look, the sun was glaring on the windshield, and my father-in-law was in there with Devin. I literally threw the wallet on the driveway and ran inside and came up to my closet and locked myself in my closet because I'm never going outside again. I might divorce Devin so I can get out of this situation and I never have to see my father-in-law again. Like, I don't know. I will never emotionally recover from this. I don't even know, what you do to get yourself out of that situation. I mean, he'll never, how do I ever look at him again?
Well, I can never show my face in this town again. Something terrible has happened. What am I drinking? Water Boy. That's good. Athletic recovery. I wish it was mental health recovery after this experience. I'm a little fitness queen. Okay, I go to Soul Cycle, I go to Barry's Boot Camp, I go to Solid Core, I go to the bank to take out a loan to afford all of these classes, but it's what I like to do. Okay? Rat's gonna rat. Anyway, my guy friend, told me that I should start doing the sauna after my workouts to detox all the toxins out of my body. I said, you're a toxin. I wish I could detox you right out of my life after this experience. So I said, okay, well, what do people wear in the sauna? Are we naked? And he said, no, not naked, but definitely like skivvies, down to your skivvies. He's weird that he says skivvies. And I said, okay. So I finished my workout today. I stripped down to my skivvies, ugly undies, because I'm working out in them. They don't have to be hot. I go into the sauna. I'm the only one in there. I said, this is like the womb. It was so nice, warm, dark, made me miss my mom. I'm in there, I'm topless, okay, because this is white and kind of fancy, and I didn't want to wear it into the womb. I go in, headphones on, I kind of doze off. All right, it's peaceful as fuck. 10 minutes later, I open my eyes. Towel has fallen, titties popping, but what are you gonna do? I'm surrounded by 5 women, fully clothed. Lululemon, as far as the eye can see. Didn't hear a single one of them come in. My legs fall open when I sleep because I got weak hips. One strip of ugly undie cloth separating me from them. Them from the ether. Nobody would look me in the eye. I got out of there as fast as I could, which is pretty fast because I'm a cardio queen. It's just that things are not going well.